Okay, y'all, it's your girl Mya Lamis, and this is episode 4 of Beyond Normal with Mya Lamis. And today we're gonna talk about working a 9 to 5. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I've been going through a lot lately in my head, and I know it's in my head. And I'm on my lunch break, y'all, so please don't mind me while I'm doing this. But I've been going through a lot lately. I feel like I'm falling back into a depression, and the first depression I feel like came from working the job. Well, once the job did me dirty, but we're going to get into all of that. And I'm just really wondering, is working a 9 to 5 the only way? And I know a lot of people going to come in the comments like, duh, Mya, it's not the only way. We see all these millionaires, content creators, and all of this stuff. But, right? How did they get there? Did they know somebody that knew somebody that got them where they were? I know a lot of people gonna say, yeah, they worked hard for it, and I'm not taking that from nobody, but I've been busting my ass, and it don't feel like I'm going nowhere. And I know everything is slow and steady, which is fine and dandy. I'm just ready to get the fuck on now. I just gotta say, every time somebody say something to me at my job, I'm irritated. Every time somebody say, oh, do you think you could do extra work? No, I don't even make enough money. The crazy thing is, I can go to New York right now, go to the Diddy trial, and make more money wearing the free Diddy t-shirt than I can at my job. And I'm dead ass serious. This is the America that we live in. I can go make more money wearing a free Diddy t-shirt than I do at my damn job. And that is why I'm tired of my 9 to 5. Hell, finding a 9 to 5, finding a job in itself is a damn job. Because you first want me to get my resume together and make my resume look presentable, right? That takes time and energy. Then, once I get that done, you want me to fill out the application. And during the application process, you want me to upload my resume. And then still fill the damn information in. What was the purpose of me taking the time on a resume if you still wanted me to fill it in? Explain that to me, because that never made sense to me. I still don't understand that, okay? I don't get it. So, it's been hard for me to try to find something else, because it's not that I get comfortable where I am. It's just that finding a job is a job. Like, don't nobody feel like going through all of that. Because why do you ask me for a resume if you're not even going to look at the resume? You still want me to punch the information in. If that's the case, I could have just punched the information in or gave a resume. But if you don't give y'all, I'm going down a rabbit hole. My bad, okay? So, on one of my previous episodes, I talked about how I got fired from my job for being sick. And somebody commented and said, yes, we need a little story time. So this is the story time. So I was working at a job. It's actually the current job that I work at now. I actually just went back. Today marks 3 months that I've been back with this company, which I only got the job this time because I didn't have to do an interview. They called me back because they know they did me wrong. And that's just my personal opinion. So this is what happened. I started having migraines that caused me to pass out. I started passing out at work. I'm talking about I passed out maybe 3 times at work. And then they were like, yeah, you becoming a liability, baby. You might just need to go off on FMLA. So I'm like, okay, bet. Well, no, I didn't say okay, bet. I'm like, can I just work from home? That's what I asked him. I asked him, can I get a laptop, work from home? Because at the time, I was a surgery coordinator. So I'm like, hey, can I work from home? I can get all my surgery stuff done at home. I'll just need somebody to check them out, send me what needs to be done, and I'll get everything worked on my end. And they were like, no, we're not letting you do that. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you suggest? They suggested FMLA because I could no longer travel with the doctor. With my job, I used to travel with the doctor. And because of the migraines, my doctor didn't want me behind the wheel of a car. So, therefore, I could no longer travel because I used to travel sometimes 45 minutes away with the doctor. So, my doctor was like, no, we're not doing that. Because if you pass out behind that wheel of the car, we all know what happens with that. So, I'm like, okay, bet. So they put me out on FMLA, my doctor, and this is, y'all know I talk about how doctors are scams too, because my doctor, I could use a better one if I'm being honest. And this is my neurologist. My PCP is amazing. My new PCP, because my PCP at the time to me wasn't all that, but my new PCP is good. Anywho, I couldn't get the follow-up appointment with my doctor because all of my appointments, she kept being out. Like, every time I went up there, she was off. And I'm like, oh, why y'all making me appointments on the days that she off? Anywho, I couldn't get permission to get behind the wheel of a car after the 12 weeks of FMLA, so they terminated me. And I was just like, y'all know my situation. And then I asked, because right now I work at the office that's literally 5 minutes away from my house. So I asked them back then, I said, well, can I just work at that office? Because, you know, even though I'm not cleared to drive, I'm pretty sure I can drive 5 minutes up the street. If not, one of my coworkers was willing to give me a ride. I did ask them that too, and they was like, no, they can't let me do that. It's either I do my job and travel with the doctor or go out on leave. So I was like, okay, whatever. Went out on the leave, 12 weeks up. My doctor still didn't clear me to get behind the wheel of a car, so they let me go. That's how I lost that job. And I was just like, wow. And that started the sour taste in my mouth about jobs, because after that I was like, no, these jobs don't care about us. I'm not giving my all. I'm not working my fingers to the bone for these jobs when they clearly don't give a rat's ass about us. And that's just how that was. So then from there I went to a work from home job, and from that work from home job, I think I was doing pretty good at the job, but I was still having issues. I had my migraines. I had some stomach stuff going on, which I still have stomach stuff going on, which literally, depending on what I eat, I'll be in the bathroom 4, 5, 6 times a day. So I was in the bathroom a lot, you know, and working in a call center, they wasn't rocking with that. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, because number one, you're not going to tell me, I'm not going to ask for permission to go to the bathroom in my own house. That's crazy. That's absurd. Number two, I'm too grown to be going to the bathroom on myself. So I'm not about to sit here and go to the bathroom while I'm at the house that I pay bills for. That's crazy. Okay, so I would go to the bathroom, and my boss started being weird, like, oh, you need to keep a time log of how long it take you to go to the bathroom. But my question is, how long do it take you to poop? Like, you want me to clock my poops, and if they over a certain amount of time, I need to clock out? Okay, I started doing that. So then she started saying, oh, well, you got to get an absence for clocking out over 8 minutes. If I'm in the bathroom, I can't help how long I'm clocking out. I'm just saying, that only makes sense to me. You don't know how long you're going to be in there. It depends on how bad your stomach bubbling. It depends on if it's the ones where you sweating, begging Jesus for help and saying you won't eat whatever it is you won't eat. You ate no more. How am I supposed to clock that and keep that in a certain amount of time? I didn't know you can time your poop. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, I ended up getting fired from that job, which was cool because I was just like, that's ridiculous. All that micromanaging, I cannot stand a micromanager. You hear me? Don't micromanage me. Go micromanage your kids or anybody else, but don't micromanage me. Especially when you don't do the stuff you doing. When we looking for help, you ain't even here. You ain't never even at work, but you want to clock us and micromanage us, baby, please. Okay? Anywho, so that was that job. I ended up getting fired, and I ended up that was the start of my content right there, because I started making videos while I was working from home, complaining about my job and stuff like that, and people like my rants. So from there, I'm like, you know what? I can probably do this content thing. You feel me? Let me go ahead and try to take it a little serious. But the thing was, I got scared. I got scared because I was doing content and I wasn't making the money. And like I said, everything is slow and steady. And I'm so ready to get off this job, okay? Anyway, I was doing content, but I wasn't making the money that I was seeing everybody else make, which was a problem for me because I'm a homeowner. I got a mortgage. I got kids. I got 2 car notes. I got all this stuff with no income coming in. Little to no income coming in. So I was like, yeah, maybe. I didn't say maybe content wasn't for me, but I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to go back to work. Just until I'm able to make the money doing my content. But here's the thing that I'm realizing, right? I am realizing that we are in a never-ending cycle because we are scared. We are scared. And I say that because I keep going back to jobs because I'm scared that I'm going to lose the roof over my head. When in actuality, the 8 to 10 hours that I spend at that job, I could be spending that money honing my craft and really going hard into this content creation. Like my videos can probably be better or clearer, or work on my audio, or it's just different things that I can be working on that I'm not working on because I'm at this job, and it's because I keep getting scared. And that's really the mentality. That's what the system was built on. The system was, let's make these people go to work. They work for us, and they're so scared to lose everything that they're not gonna not work. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of where the space I was in, because I'm like, okay, I want to do my content. I want to go full time because I know the potential of it. I know that with content, I can go very far. I know that I can make a lot of money. I know this. However, it's not coming fast enough for me to just up and leave and quit my damn job, which is a problem for me. right? Because I have kids. I'm tired of being scared. I am so tired of being scared. And I'm sitting here stressing about a job that's not making me no damn money. I literally, I can make more money going to put on a free Diddy shirt. I'm sorry. Like, that's just still stuck in my head that I can go make more money putting on a free Diddy t-shirt than I do at my job every day. And it's not even something I want to do. It's not even something I love to do. It's literally, I be miserable as fuck at work. Miserable as fuck at work. So after getting fired from the work from home job, I stayed home for a few months and bills got hectic. You know, it got real hectic. We got behind. And yes, I'm married. Yes, I do have a husband. But in 2025, one income is not enough. That's why a lot of single parents are working multiple jobs, because one income is not enough. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody can convince me that one income is enough, because it's not. Everything is just way too expensive. So throughout me not working, people just kept telling me to settle, find a job, work this, do that, do what you got to do. And I'm just like, what does do what you got to do mean? What does that even mean, when in actuality, doing what I got to do is really buckling down and doing my content? I feel like I'm having an epiphany during this episode, y'all. Like, I just don't even need to go back to work. I just need to quit my damn job and just call it a day, because I'm really wasting time at work. Why am I going to work every day? Like, of course it's going to pay bills, but it's definitely taking the toll on my mental. Like, I literally feel myself falling into a low-key depression because I got to go to this job that I dislike every day, that kept a bad taste in my mouth. Like, being back at this job really stresses me because of what I went through with them. Because y'all got to understand, before all of this, I was coming to work early, leaving late, not taking a lunch. I was busting my behind for this job, and when I got sick, they kicked me to the curb, and that broke my heart. That broke my heart. People don't understand, heartbreaks don't have to come just from your spouse. I experienced heartbreak from a job. That broke me down so bad that I have not been able to find a decent job since, that I like, that I care for, that I care enough to even give my all. It's to the point where I'm like, fuck these jobs. I'm just here to get a check and fund my dreams, like DDG said. I'm just here to just fund my fucking dreams so I can get on, because this shit is ridiculous. And it's the working conditions. It's the stuff that you have to deal with from people. It's a lot of bad things when it comes to the job. And the only thing I can think of that's positive is the check. But the check don't even be worth it, because they don't pay a livable wage. Like, think about it. We get all these taxes and fees and stuff taken out of our checks after we work so hard. We got to pay taxes. Then you got to think about it. If you have insurance through your job, that's a whole nother bill. And insurance ain't cheap. That's most of your check right there. Then you going to work to pay your bills. If you have kids, you got to pay child care, which that's sometimes the price of people rent and mortgage. Then you got rent, mortgage. Then you got car note, car insurance. Then you got lights. Then you got water. Then you got groceries. You have all of these things that you have to pay. So you get so stressed out and be like, I have to go to work. I have to stay at a job. I have to. And the truth is, we don't have to. We just have to become that old village again, where we help each other and lift each other up. That's why, for me, and I'm speaking for myself, for me, I try to help people as often as possible. I coach people on how to become a content creator. I have a free content calendar. I have just so many things that I try to help people. I have ebooks where I teach people how to get income. And everybody like, well, why? Somebody commented like, why would we listen to you? You broke. You still working a job. Well, the thing is, in order for me to get to where I need to be, I need the support. So if people purchase my ebooks and I get rich off of ebooks, as we see, it's a lot of people getting rich off of digital products. And what are ebooks? A digital product, duh. So if I get rich off of digital products and you buy an ebook off of me telling you how to do the same thing, everybody wins. But people don't see it that way. They just see it as, oh, I'm not buying nothing from you. But if we all come, and this is my own personal opinion, if we all come together and support each other, like say for instance, everybody get paid every week, right? And 1 week we all take $20 to go support somebody, whether they got an ebook, whether they got a t-shirt line. Literally, I have 60,000 followers on Instagram. If all 60,000 of my followers buy my ebook 1 week, let's do the math. 60,000 And that's not even my followers across all platforms. So we're doing 60,000 times $20. I'll be a millionaire in a week. And then think about it. From the ebook that y'all bought, right? If you turn around and do the same thing, and then the next week we all 60,000 of us go ahead and buy your ebook for $20, now you're a millionaire. And then so on and so forth. We can all do it. We just all have to stop being so and help each other. Like, that's just the way I see it. That's logical math. That's logical. Like, if we all, say for instance, somebody got a restaurant and there's 50,000 of us that all go to that restaurant, we will make that person rich in a day. And then they can turn around and we can do it all again the next day or the next week or whatever it is. I understand that we don't have money every day to help people, but if we plan it out, I feel like we can do it. We can all come together and be successful and become financially free, because that's really all anybody wants, is to be financially free. I want financial freedom. I feel like a lot of my stress comes from trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. And if I didn't have to worry about how I was going to pay my bills, I would be able to do this full time. And when I am able to do this full time, I plan on teaching everybody everything that I learned. Like the same way I make videos showing y'all how to be a content creator and what you need. The same way I tell people about digital products, about drop shipping, about all these things that we all can do. I plan on teaching that. And if I teach it in a video that's going to be put out for free, you get the information and you apply it, and then you do the same thing. I feel like it's something that we all can do. We just got to work together and do it. So no, to answer my own question, I don't believe that working a 9-to-5 is the only way. But once you get in that 9-to-5 cycle, it's very, very hard to get out. Very hard. And I'm sick of it, y'all, because I'm trying to get out. Oh, somebody help me, please. I'm sorry for yelling, y'all, but I'm really trying to get out. I'm really, working is a scam. The more you work, the more they take. Think about it. The more money, like say for instance, if you get a raise at work, they take more taxes out. They take more taxes out. And who benefits off the taxes? Who benefits off the taxes, especially with the climate that we in right now and all the changes that we are making and the tax cuts that they're giving to the rich and wealthy? Like, I just don't understand. When I'm rich and wealthy, I understand that more money, more problems. But I'd like to think that when I'm rich and wealthy, I wouldn't care about the tax cuts because I can afford it. Like I said, I seen a story a while ago. There's a man in Florida who adopted a neighborhood where he paid the child care, like he literally made this neighborhood so much better that when parents go to work, they are better performers at work because they're no longer stressed about who's watching their kids or how they gonna pay their bills or all this stuff, because he adopted that neighborhood and made it better. And I plan on doing the same thing. I plan on, when I get rich, I plan on helping my people. I plan on going to the daycares and paying off people daycare bills. I plan on picking a random black-owned business and like Keith Lee do, go ahead, tip them a bunch of money, and then it's a fly in here. Tip them a bunch of money or buy everybody meal for the day. Whatever I can do to contribute, I'm just trying to get there so I can do it. And I just be feeling so bad, and I get in a slump because I'm like, damn, I wish I can help people right now. But shit, I'm trying to help myself. And that's the mindset that a lot of us are in. Like, how am I going to help somebody else when I'm struggling? And I feel like we can get out that mindset. We just got to be able to do it. I touched on this a little bit earlier, the cost of living versus the pay. It's ridiculous. They don't pay us livable wages. They don't pay us livable wages, and I'm sick of it. We are all, like, not all of us, because I know people going to get in the comments like, speak for yourself, I'm not struggling. Well, baby, I am. And I'm just being honest. And I'm glad for the people that's on this journey with me. I'm so grateful for y'all, because y'all really about to see everything. Y'all see the struggle now. Y'all also see the process. Y'all, I'm gonna also take y'all with me when I get there as well, because I want to be able to inspire other people, and I want to be able to reach back out and give y'all the game on how I did it. Now, I held out on the job. I prayed for a job, I manifested, and then this job came back to me. Now, I don't know how long I'm supposed to be at this job, but I know that I'm at this job solely to fund my dreams, because it's convenient. Like, literally, it's 4 minutes away. I get to come home on lunch break. I get to record my podcast, record my content, do everything I need to do on the side. But it's still like, how long am I supposed to be doing this? Because I can't stand it. I do not like getting up every day. It's freaking depressing. Like, getting up and going to work every day is freaking depressing. I am so tired of this job. It's ridiculous. And it's not even just that job. I felt like ever since I lost my job, if they fired me because I got sick, I felt this way about every single job since then. So it's like the only option is for me to really not work a job. But how am I going to not work a job? You feel me? Y'all know it's a never ending freaking cycle. So if you want to work, and with all of this, let me go ahead and make this clear. I am not saying that there is something wrong with working a 9-to-5 job, because there's not. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job. However, if you want to work, do something you love. Don't be miserable because you have bills to pay. That's my message. If you take anything away from this conversation, if you're going to work a job, do something that you are not miserable doing. Do something that you love to do. Because being miserable in order to pay bills will put you in a deep depression. And I know, because it took me clawing my way out of it. It legit took me clawing my way out of depression to get to where I am now. And I'm slowly feeling myself fall back in. Literally, I feel myself falling back in, and I'm trying to figure out how to not fall all the way in. So if y'all have some suggestions on things I can do, or if y'all want to figure out how y'all can support me, go get an ebook, book a coaching, get a t-shirt, because y'all know I got merch. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Please send it to a friend. Tell a friend to see it. Send it to a friend. Y'all watch it. If you like my content, just make sure you got me on all platforms, because baby, my time is coming. And I'm ready for it to come now. I'm ready for it to come now. Now, I did want to do a segment called Hustler's Corner. Okay, where I give y'all a little bit of some side hustles you can do. T-shirt business. You can either make t-shirts yourself, where you can purchase DTF prints. There's different websites that you can use for that. Or you can do drop shipping, where you just come up with the design, you set everything up online, and you pretty much you can use like Printify, for example, and you can upload your design to Printify, and then let people go on the website and buy it. And when they purchase it, it goes straight to Printify. You don't have to do anything except for come up with the designs and promote. That's an option. That's drop shipping digital products. You got ebooks, you got planners, you have a lot of digital products. You can come up with the damn designs that people use for their shirts and make money like that. So these are a few of the side hustles that I know. If you want to get into content, there's affiliate marketing. There's quite a few things that you can do. So yeah, if you have any questions or you want to learn more about these things, let me know, because I will put it in a podcast episode. Okay, I am not above helping people. Okay, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but it ain't always gotta be like that. If you need me to scratch your back, I'll scratch it if I can, if I'm free. Anywho, my lunch break is over. I gotta get back to work. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I will see y'all episode 5.